Hey everyone, and welcome to the last week of art. This week we are going to be doing something called printmaking, and we're going to be using styrofoam for it. So you're going to create something that might look a little like this, but of course your own design or picture. And we're going to use these mysterious pieces of styrofoam that you probably see in your activity kit today. So we'll talk a little bit more about that later, but as always, we're going to talk about what materials we need and then do a warm-up first. So you're just going to need, for today's activity, you should have some white paper. It might be in whole sheets or it might be in half sheets. Both are great. And you should have some white paper that's like white construction paper, like a little thicker. That's what you're going to want to use for printmaking, for when we make these. And then you're going to just have some paper. It's a little bit thinner, like the kind of paper I'll be using today is a little thinner, and that's just printer paper. And that's what you're going to want to use for warm-up today. Let's see, what else? You're of course going to need a piece of styrofoam. You should have a couple in your kit, so you're going to be able to make a couple different prints, so a couple different designs today, which is really cool. And then you just need some markers that are different colors. I may end up using these, we'll see. But yeah, that's all you need. Oh, no, that's not all you need. I forgot. So you need a sponge. You should have a little circle sponge, kind of like this. And then you might need to take a minute and gather these. But you just need like a bowl, like a little bowl or a cup. Even like a plate, I don't know. Something with just like a little bit of water in it. Because we are going to get our sponge wet and then use that to wet down our paper today so that these prints turn out really bright and colorful like the one you see here. So yeah, so make sure you've got paper, styrofoam, sponge, like a little cup of water, just a tiny bit, and a pencil, of course. All right, so yeah, take a minute if you need to get some supplies and we'll get started. Okay, so first we're going to start with warm-up and then we're going to learn more about printmaking. So for warm-up, you just need your printer paper and your pencil. Like I usually do, I'm going to use a marker just because I think it's just a little easier to see in a video. Oh, what color? What color? I'm going to use orange today, I think. Orange is a bright, fun color, right? Okay, so I've got my orange. And so today's warm-up activity is just going to be kind of a free drawing one. But I do want you to start out by just drawing some kind of big line on your paper. You could even draw a little line. It could be curvy, it could be straight, it could go across the whole paper, it could just be a small one in the middle, it could be diagonal, zigzag. So start out and just draw a line. And I'm going to flip my camera down so that you can kind of see what I'm doing better during the activity today. So here we go. Okay, so here's my paper. And I'm going to draw a line. I'm going to draw a curvy line in the middle of my paper. It looks like this if you're me looking at it. And we're just going to take the first few minutes and turn our line into some sort of picture. So I might look at this line and see some mountains or hills in the background of my picture. I might turn it this way and see the trunk of a tree or the stem of a flower. Maybe even like the tail of a balloon or a kite. So there are lots of different possibilities for what you can do with your line. It doesn't have to look like mine. It can look, it can be like a really small line in the middle of your paper like that. It could be like a really big line that goes all the way through your paper. zigzag. Doesn't matter. Just try not to even think about what you're going to make. Just draw a line and use the line to make your drawing. So I'm going to start mine. So I like the idea of hills. So I'm going to draw some hills. And I'm going to draw some trees on my hill. And we're just going to take a few minutes. So just draw whatever comes to mind. We don't have to finish it. It's just kind of a sketch, just kind of to, like, all the warm-ups just to get your creativity going, get you thinking creatively. So there's a couple hills and trees. Gonna make some more trees. Maybe like some pine trees growing on the hills too. Yeah. Got some pine trees here. And maybe up in the sky we'll draw the sun, because a sunny day on the hill sounds really nice. Nice time outside. Some clouds. It's not perfectly clear sky, but it's a sunny day. And maybe there's a road to the forest at the top of the hill. So the road's going down all the way down the hill and up. And so this is what I have so far. Kind of got my two hills. There's something down here. The sun's shining. The trees are growing. And maybe here somebody's out here camping in their tent. So I'm going to draw like a kind of an old school tent. And like a campfire. In front of the tent. Some seats by the campfire. Okay, so here's what I've got so far. I've kind of got my camping scene coming together. I guess I need to go spend some time outside. Yeah, so we're gonna draw for like 2 more minutes. So keep your picture going. If you aren't loving what you're drawing, you can always just flip your paper over, make some more lines, and start from there. So just keep going. Got about 2 minutes. Draw a bigger tree up here. Maybe there's a lake in the front. And here's my lake right here. Got my lake. And there's some rocks sticking out of the lake, maybe. And I think on this rock, I'm gonna make a turtle. Got about 1 more minute, so start to wrap up your drawing wherever you're at. You don't have to be finished with it, but start to add on your final details to whatever part you're working on. Okay, cool. Got a turtle hanging out on this rock here. There he is in the lake in the front. Okay, just a few more seconds. Just finish up whatever part you're on. All right, we're gonna pause right here. So, flip my camera up. Hello again. So here's my finished drawing. You can see how it started with a line and it turned into this whole big picture with lots of stuff going on. So yeah, so I hope that you were able to get in that creative mindset and start thinking about some things creatively and make a drawing of your own. So now we're going to talk a little bit more about printmaking, about what we're going to do today.